Hello, back again. I made a video a couple of days ago about being so negative, about not being happy with all the fertility, like the appointments and tests and investigations that are happening, not feeling excited that we're finally on the right track, and about how I don't think that anything positive will come out of it. I made this video, and then I was thinking about it, and I was wondering why can't I be happy about all this happening, that we finally getting somewhere, that the chance of us finally having our baby is bigger and bigger. I was thinking about it, and then I've realized that me being so negative and upset and not happy about everything got nothing to do really with our infertility journey, and it's got everything to do with the fact that the date of 20th of April is approaching really fast, and April in general, and especially 20th of April, is the worst day every year for me, because that's the day when my father passed away. I lost my dad on the 20th of April 2015, and for last 3 years my world has been changing, and I've been learning how to live and how to be happy again. On the 20th of April 2015, my world exploded into a million pieces. It wasn't unexpected. My dad had cancer. We knew he was going to pass away. He fought long, and he fought like a superhero. He managed to survive a year with this nasty thing and coming back. He had a surgery, then it came back, then he had a surgery, it came back, then I removed his bladder, and 8 weeks later he was gone. It's not like I didn't have time to say goodbye and process it all. We knew that it was bad. We knew we don't have long left with him. When he was sent home from hospital, when there was nothing else they could do for him, we knew that we don't have many days. In the end, I think we had 3 days with Dad. One of them, when he was still talking with us, chatting, laughing, being Dad, and 2 days of him not being able to talk anymore. I'm not gonna talk about the last day of my dad being alive, because I would just turn into a massive mess, which I'm already but I'm trying to hold it together. So 20th of April was the day when my dad passed away. 20th of April was the day when I had to fulfill the promise I made to him a few days earlier, that I'll be strong and I'll look after my mum and my sister. On the 20th of April 2016, the world that I started building up again after losing him 12 months earlier kind of exploded again, because I couldn't say anymore I lost my dad a few months ago. I had to say I lost my dad a year ago. And as much as I was not looking for people's sympathy and for people feeling sorry for me and give me any special treatment, people do understand for first few months that you are low, that you are depressed, that you are not your usual self after losing the loved one. But once it's a year, people start thinking, you should start getting over it, it's been a year. Well, I wasn't getting over it. And actually the year mark made it even harder, because it was full 12 months without him. It took us to the second year of me not having a dad. April 2017 was hard as well, because we had to, I say it loud, that it's been 2 years since he left us. And then people are even less sympathetic when you tell them I'm low because I miss my dad. Maybe I'm just super weird and I was too attached, or I don't know, I don't know, maybe I'm not trying to get over that loss, but people are like, well, couple of years you should be better. I'm not. For last 2 years I was in Poland for the anniversary, I wouldn't say anniversary, for the day of my dad passing. I was going there because I needed it, and I was going there because I knew my mama needed me. Somehow being there with her on that day made it just a little bit better. This year I am not going to be home for the 20th of April. I was going to be home. I was planning a few months ago that definitely I will go home. But because of my appointments, my tests and everything, and me having to book tests on the certain days of my cycle, I can't predict when I will have to book myself for the next test, if that makes sense. So I couldn't book my flights to Poland. I couldn't book time off to fly and see my mum. And I think that's why I've been so low, and that's why I've been kind of resenting all the help we getting from doctors at the moment, because it feels like me trying for this baby is stopping me from going home and being with my family on the day when I want to be with my family. And I know that I could cancel the appointment, wait till the next cycle, and have the tests done then. But it's not easy when you're not doing it privately. You're doing it on NHS, and you have to attend the appointments when you're scheduled by the hospital to attend the appointments. When you can't do the certain tests after your holiday, when you have to do them on the certain dates. So I think I've been unhappy, and I've been hating the whole journey lately, because I just wanted to be home. A lot depends on the appointment we have on Monday. If we find out that the tubes are not blocked, then we just need a prescription for Clomid to try first before anything else. Maybe I could still book the flight and go just for 3 or 4 days. But we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know if even if they're not blocked, if I'll be called in for an early appointment or not. So I'm kind of trying to be in peace with the fact that I won't see my mum and my sister on that day. I'm trying to stop thinking about it this way. I'm trying to think that I've been praying to God, and I've been praying for my dad to speak to God. I don't believe in God, but hey, when you need something really badly and doctors are failing, you turn to anything. You turn to doctors, you turn to God, you turn to witch doctors, you turn to voodoo or anything you can turn into to get that positive pregnancy test. Damn, if I could have a pact with the devil right now for him to give me a baby, I freaking would sign it. But I know I can't. So all I have left is waiting for doctors to sort everything out and to pray. So I'm trying to tell myself that maybe the fact that all of this is happening right now, all the tests, and as my body getting a little bit better and everything sort of falling into place, it's the results of my dad sorting things out up there for me. And I think he would forgive me for not being there on that day, not being able to put the flowers on his grave. I still have this guilt that I won't be there with my mum, but I'm sure she'll forgive me because she's an amazing person. So I've decided to try to be more positive. I've decided to think about it that I'm not going home to be there and be with my family. And I will instead try to focus on the fact that maybe next year, on the 20th of April, I will be in Poland with my own little baby. And I will have a chance to tell him and her, it's all her, what an amazing person their grandfather was. That if I get a little boy, I'll be able to take him to the cemetery and put the flowers and candles on the grave, and if it's a little boy, to tell him that's the grave for your grandfather, the one who you named after. I really hope that is going to happen. So I'm going to try to be more positive. I'm going to try to think about my appointment as a good thing. I'll try not to think about me not being able to be there with my family on that day, and I'll try to just focus on my fertility treatments. I knew my dad loved children, and I always knew that. He was an amazing grandfather to my niece and nephew. And the fact that I won't have a chance to introduce him to my own children breaks my heart. But I know that piece of him will be in my children. So I have to focus really hard on being positive and going through all this treatment and getting that pregnancy test with 2 lines on it and getting a baby. Because when I look at my little nephew, he's a spitting image of my dad. His face expressions, things that he's doing, the things that he's into, his smile, his grumpy face, it's my dad. So I'm really hoping that when I have a son or a daughter, that I'll be able to see a little bit of my dad in them. So wish me luck, guys, in staying positive for next few months, definitely, or years, while we're on this journey. But try to send me some energy and positive thoughts for next few weeks, because the next few weeks up until the 20th of April will be very difficult for me, and I need help. Thanks for watching. I know this video didn't make much sense to anyone apart of me, but I promised myself I will be documenting all the journey, so I am. And this is the part of the journey when I need support. Thanks, guys. Hopefully next time I'll be back with more positive video.